When we first started the adoption process, the way that I was thinking of it in the beginning was we just wanted to grow our family. And we didn't really see it as a ministry in the beginning, but then the more that we worked with Agape and the experiences we went through with them, it really shifted how we see adoption.
At Agape, we seek families for children, not children for families. So we see our adoptive families as ministry partners. You join us elbow to elbow in serving the women and families and children in need.
It was a little shocking at first to hear that we're not prioritizing what you want. We're prioritizing what's best for these birth moms and their families, and then when they can't do what we would love for them to be able to do, that's when we'll bring y'all in. We can definitely see now, especially having that relationship with a birth mom, we can definitely see why and how that's for the best.
Micah and Alyssa, they have one of the most transformative stories, I feel like, of an Agape family. So they joined this process with the desire to grow their family, as many families do. When they joined and they had their first match and first placement, that mother changed her mind and decided to parent. But through that process, they allowed themselves to grieve. They leaned on the agency. We were able to support them through that. And we were able to end in a place together as a team with them of rejoicing that that child's mother was able to parent.
The best thing for the kids in a lot of times isn't for them to stay with you. And that's a hard truth when you're someone who just wants to bring kids into your home so badly. That was really, really important to me, that we're doing right by the kids, prioritizing what is best for them and not what's best for just us.
When we placed the second child with them for the intention and purposes of adoption, we knew going into it that the birth mother had expressed just some questions on what really was the best option for her child. And the Longs stepped forward and said yes to another potential loss, even after they had been through the first one, knowing how painful it was. And so they stepped into that process, said yes to that child, and provided temporary love and care for that child while that child's birth mother was able to create a permanency plan on her own to parent that child.
We made a lot of plans along the way, and we had a lot of ideas about how we wanted this to work out in us growing our family.
Supporting a family through loss and placement is one of the most difficult parts of the job, but also one of the most rewarding, because it allows for me to see families love beyond their hurt. It's some of the most powerful grief, I think, to watch families love so selflessly out of utter loss.
We had so many things going on or happen to us that can be viewed as negative things. And if any of those things had played out the way that we wanted them to, they don't add up to him being here with us right now.
So they carried with them just those experiences of loving those women in such a practical way of providing those placements. And they walked into their third placement and final adoption with such openness and love for that child's birth month. And so from there, they were able to really develop a loving, supportive relationship with that child's birth mother.
There were things that happened, if they had happened different ways, where he wouldn't be a part of our lives. It's just so hard for me to think about now.
If God had answered our prayers in any different way, that it wouldn't be him. If we had become parents at the time that we had prayed and asked God for a child, then I wouldn't be the mom that I am right now. And Micah wouldn't be the dad that he is right now.
It is an extremely hard but extremely rewarding process that you really can't go into it with any sort of selfish ambitions. You are part of something that's much bigger than yourself. There's a lot of places that you can go and different agencies you can use where the end result will be a child will come into your home. But with Agape, you are not the priority here. It's the children that are the priority. And you want to always do right by these kids.
I think that through our experience, God really molded us into the parents that we are.